Hey there, we're taking a look at the Pioneer DDj-400. It is the new Rekordbox controller. It's a 2-channel unit here. And of course, it does look very similar to the DDj-RB for Rekordbox as well. And we're going to go over the similarities and the differences between the two right here. So let's get right into it. Taking a look at it, one of the things they say is that, hey, this looks just like their flagship Nexus 2 system, so if you're using this saying, everything's going to be very familiar. Yes and no. The only thing that really is the same is, your in and out for the loops buttons are about the same. The reloop and exit buttons are similar. Your cue call, the beat sync, the master, that's about the same. And of course, your cue and play buttons. Other than that, there is nothing else on a CDJ 2000 Nexus 2 that's even remotely similar, because the jog wheel, for instance, the little spots there look kind of like the same grip you've got, but of course you have no tension adjustment. It doesn't light up in the middle to show you any information of any sort, and of course the feel of it is not going to feel anything like a CDJ 2000 Nexus. I'm sure, I haven't touched one, but more than likely it's going to feel exactly like a DDj-RB. Moving on though, still not a bad unit. In the middle section here for your mixer section, it does have the same kind of look of a DJM mixer, sort of, kind of. You don't have actual built-in color effects. All the effects are still done through Rekordbox, which is fine because the Rekordbox effects do mimic the color effects as well of the DJM 900 Nexus 2. So you have your level, your beat effects. You can, your auto, your tap, select your effects. Where do you want your effects? I don't necessarily like this whole, I click it back and forth. I kind of preferred the whole button method that the other ones had. And then, of course, your on and off for your release of the effects, right? Headphone, mix-in, cue master level, your EQs, your trim, and of course, your browse knob, your instant doubles to, you do like you hold it, do like a double tap. It does like an instant double of the other track that you're playing on the other deck. And of course, on the other side, it's the same. One of the things you're going to notice too, the tempo faders, they're not a bad size, but they're still not the size of a CDJ 2000 Nexus 2 or any of the other DDJ SXs or anything like that had just a regular standard. I think I forget how many millimeters it is, but it's a standard pitch fader. So crossfader looks kind of, nothing special. All in all, what we're going to do is I'm going to take a quick look here over at the RB. You look at the RB, okay, they changed the platter just the way that it looks. But other than that, there's not too much differences. Like, the effects are a little different. If you look on the pads, that's something that's different here. Here you have your hot cue, your beat jump, pad effects 1, pad effects 2, slicer loop, sampler sequence call. We go over and look at the new one, and we have a new thing here called keyboard. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go right into the manual for that thing. And you're going to take a look right here, keyboard mode. So what this does is basically lets you play different semitones. So you're kind of playing everything musically using the pads. And to me personally, the only people I think they're going to use that, you're never going to see a house DJ necessarily really use it. Techno DJ probably won't. If you're playing hip hop, you're playing trap, from the video I saw, the guy was playing around with these semitones and changing the key around, and it sounded kind of cool, but I don't think that's something you're going to pick up right out of the box and figure it out immediately, right? So, you have all your pad effects modes as well, too. So we'll go back over there, just like the other RB had as well, too. So that seems to be like the new thing they added was this whole keyboard, jumping around, playing it like a musical instrument. To me, that's not the real sell of this unit at all. Let's go into a couple of the other things that we're going to look at too. And let's just take another quick look at the picture of the RB. like I said, when you look at everything, it all looks pretty similar. On the pitch faders, I don't know if they look maybe like there might be a little bit. Yeah, they added a little bit more to the pitch fader, so that's nice. But this day and age, if you're using Rekordbox and you're beat gridding your stuff properly, you're going to do one single thing. You're going to hit that sync button. You're going to go in there and you're going to turn on the master sync and you're going to sync everything up. You're probably not going to be moving around the pitch fader, the tempo fader there a whole lot. At least I wouldn't. So now we're going to check out a couple other things. So people might be looking, thinking, hey, the build quality of this unit here does look a lot nicer. Keep in mind, this picture that you're looking at, I highly doubt this is a photo of the actual unit. This is a high-res graphic that they made. So, you know, when you look at because, you know, even when I look at this RB, the RB in the picture looks pretty nice. You see it in person, it's a little bit on the chintzy side. Of course, what do you expect for the price? It's not a professional controller, so you get what you pay for, right? Same with this unit here. You're going to get what you pay for. And the reason I know it's going to be a little bit on the chintzy side beyond the price is when we look at the specifications. And when you look right here and you look at the weight, 2.1 kilograms. Let's jump out here. Look at the specifications for the RB. And what do you know? It's 2.1. So, you know what? It's a little heavier. Oh, hold on. I'm going to lie. 2.1 and 2.1. They're exactly the same. As we look over at the width, 482.6 millimeters on the RB. On the new one, 485. So just a touch wider. The height is the same. The depth is the same. So, you know, frequency range, sound card, everything's exactly the same. They basically took an RB and, you know, just added a couple new things to it, which was, you know, if you need a cheap Rekordbox controller, of course, you're going to go buy the DDj-400. If you already have an RB, I don't know if you're going to jump out and buy a 400. And I guess it depends. If you're a hip-hop DJ and you're using the RB, this is probably worth the upgrade because it does have that keyboard mode so you can do a couple extra tricks. And of course in hip-hop, because there is tempo sync, works much better than like an actual beat sync. So you might want to adjust the pitch on the tempo fader a little bit. And yet, forgive me, guys, I'm a little bit tired. Was up all night, working away, doing some stuff. So, but I want to get this video out as soon as possible just to help you guys make a decision. When you're purchasing this stuff, looking around at the back of the unit, come on, computer. You know, it's pretty standard. You got RCA, USB, and you got a mic. What more do you need on a budget controller, right? And, of course, it's going to be really no different looking than probably the back of the RB, and it's exactly the same. You probably wouldn't even know the difference. Everything's exactly where you expect it to be, which of course is nice too, because then you know how to hook it up. Anyways, that's kind of it. I can't think of what else I can really go on about between the two units here. It's a nice unit. I just not really sure that there was a missing part of the market to have this put in there. Like I said, keyboard mode, hip-hop DJ is going to appreciate it. If you think you're going to grab this unit and you're going to get good on it, and then you're going to hop into a club and hop on a pair of CDJs and you're going to kill it with a DJM 900 Nexus 2 mixer, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't think it's that similar in nature at all. Now, I do think, of course, the DDJ... Sorry, yeah, it is the DDj-1000. That one there, yes. And we'll just, you know, just to show you real quickly if you haven't seen it yet, that's the one. But of course, you know what? You're going to be paying a lot more money for this one here, but you're going to get a lot more for your money. Because this one here is the one that if you use this, the feel of it, the wheel is exactly the same of a Nexus 2. And the mixer is very much like a 900 Nexus 2 in a lot of ways, and it does have actual color effects, and it has actual effects in the mixer section, and not just relying on the Rekordbox side of things. So that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. Sorry if it was long. I just want to be somewhat thorough without going too in depth with all these the craziness of everything. And yeah, that's the unit. So have any questions, feel free to drop a line in the comments, and I'll try and get back to you, and we can go over this. Can't wait to see this thing in person. Hopefully it's better than the RB. I'm hoping the pads on the other as well too are separate and not just a one unit, so when you push one pad they all kind of shift around, and we'll see. Talk to you guys later.